This night, at just 21 years old, Tyson is about to fulfill his promise, complete revenge for idol Ali. And his opponent is Holmes, who is known as the assassin of the whole altar. Holmes was originally a roommate with Ali, but in the end, he chose to betray regardless of everything. Almost killed Ali on the spot. Not much nonsense. Get to the point. This Holmes used to accompany Muhammad Ali, and during training, I was surprised to learn of Ari's Parkinson's condition. After that, Holmes, who occupied the right time and place, resolutely left the sparring career. So he joined the heavyweight ring wholeheartedly. He was successfully assassinated in 1980. Not only did the mountain slap before the game insult Ali, he even played Ali in the ring for 10 rounds. This battle also became the final battle for Muhammad Ali. It has the sense of sight that forces everyone to push. The young Tyson is even more heartbroken as the experience of this game. It's not just because Ali and Tyson's mentor are friends. Not to mention that Ali took good care of Tyson. Holmes, on the other hand, was simply immoral. This kind of amoral player not only cannot dominate the game, what's more, someone needs to subvert it and complete the revenge against Ali. And that task fell to the young and frivolous Tyson. I thought it was a young Tyson's frivolous dream. Who would have thought that 8 years later this would be put on the agenda? At just 21 years old, Tyson is undefeated with a 32-game winning streak and 3 championship belts. The Chinese charge on Holmes. This battle will be fought in the dark. Can't stop. Ali also came to the scene in person before the game and completed the greeting to Tyson. Such greetings are more than just promises made years ago. It's more like another grand occasion for the hereditary replacement of the old and new boxing champions. The two sides are tense in the visual link. Tyson doesn't care about the cliff as soon as he plays. He even used a continuous big swing to greet his opponent Holmes. Seeing this posture, Holmes immediately chose to hug and try to delay Tyson's attack. However, multiple adjustments are useless and still being crushed by Tyson's deadly play. And Tyson's aggressive play directly shows that Holmes kept pulling away in the first round. Uncharacteristically playing makes Holmes very passive. This fight doesn't want Holmes to walk off the ring standing at all. Then Tyson's offense is still strong. It's still a combination of constant attack and harassment, steadily advancing. On the contrary, the opponent's defensive counterattack began to gradually increase pressure. In the process of stepping back and playing, there are still some movements, but such an operation still does not affect Tyson, who is like a downhill tiger. Despite Holmes' best efforts to avoid Tyson's thump, but he was still beaten by Tyson. At this point, the vengeful Tyson has already done his best. It's more like a visual sense of destroying the shameless villain in the ring. Seeing Tyson fight with such a strong dragon, and the audience was so famous and so cheering. After all, the backlog of revenge anger for 8 years is already in full swing at this time. Big question is how long can his legs stay strong. A lot of pressure on him constantly in this bite. He has the state moving. Tyson knew Shao. The constant onslaught made Holmes go backwards again and again, and in the process of fighting between the two sides, Tyson still has the upper hand in the game. I have to say that Tyson, who was young and frivolous at the time, was like a surging strong. The powerful physical reserve has already shown the majesty of the decisive round. However, this round of Holmes' trivial counterattack has ended, and a big change happened in the third round. It is the use of the signboard second right to the previous Tyson. With the blessing of height and arm span, Holmes played very actively at this time, and there is a trend of gradually pressing Tyson. It has to be said that Holmes, who has been defending the title for 7 years, is very skilled. But then again, even though Holmes Beth Ali had no martial arts ethics, but its strength is really commendable. In particular, he did win a terrifying 48-game winning streak in the post-Ali era, and enjoy the reputation of a sub-right master. But I have to say that as Ali's training, the behavior habits are still very similar to Ali. He better keep it up in the face of this guy. Larry, 20 seconds to go in this for program. At this time, the two are already on fire. Holmes didn't just take the fancy step. It is the forward attack that can be said to be full of adrenaline in an instant. Instead, Tyson stayed the same. Not only is it still a strong offense, it has brought Dubai boxing to the fullest. Consecutive punches hit the opponent's face multiple times, and Holmes, who was only 3 seconds old, was knocked dizzy. He was crushed by Tyson, who seized the opportunity. At this point, Tyson has already sounded the charge horn. More determined to end the opponent, left hook caught in that time though.
Can't get too cute with this guy.
Once again, Sergeant Tyson seized the opportunity. Not only does the skin hit the bullseye, the ensuing uppercut knocked Holmes down. Homeopathy completed the first single second of the game. However, the age of the Captain Holmes' resistance is still very strong. Not only did he survive the first knockout and still be able to continue to complete the race, but unfortunately, at this point, Tyson has already made a foolproof plan. There is no doubt that the only road waiting for Holmes is the end. In trouble, it's just a matter of time. Laurie will not survive this round.
He's trying to fight back with everything he has. He's trying desperately, but this is not the same age man that was able to do it against Ronaldo.
由于2次
Tyson
击
has
倒
seen
霍
the
姆斯
dawn
后
of，victory. Not only does it bite like a bloodthirsty, hungry wolf in action, and then again and again, and Holmes was overwhelmed. At this point, Holmes had no hope of counterattacking. Tyson's attack can only be suspended by continuous dodging. However, this operation does not have much effect. As a result, he was forcibly beaten in the ring by Tyson. This time, Tyson is not only for boxer Arif, he even took the only gold belt in Holmes' hands. Let's give Tyson a thumbs up. What do you think of Tyson's performance in the end? Welcome to the comment area to leave a message for discussion.
Right hand, it came like a ends the career of the